all happened before. Like, history's repeating itself
like
here.
Diana did the same thing.
Harry's not the first royal to do a memoir. Like, Charles done one in 1994.
You mean the book with Jonathan Dibble?
Yes.
So that wasn't authored by Charles.
But
he cooperated. He did.
He did. He gave 10,000 private letters to that journalist. He gave his journals, he gave his diaries, and he gave up his contact books. He said in that book that his relationship with the Queen was cold, and he said that his relationship with Philip was more like a bully relationship. So he also went against the royal family there.
And this is Harry's argument, isn't it? Harry's argument is that this has all been done
before. He's not the first royal to do this. And Harry stepped down as a senior member of the royal family, so he's allowed to tell his truth. After 38 years of the media spinning his truth, like, he's allowed to tell his own now. Plus, he gave 1.5 million to charity. I don't think Charles
embarrassing the country, though.
No, of course he's not embarrassing.
He's only embarrassing himself.
Who's embarrassing the country is Prince Andrew. Dan, I'm sure you remember, after Charles' book came out, The Sun done a poll, and 2/3 of their readers wanted Charles to be stripped of his titles as well. So this all sounds very familiar.
Random facts from Prince Charles's semi-authorized 1994 book, The Prince of Wales. This concerns his relationship with his mom and dad. Much has been said about their relationship, that the parents were distant, that Philip and Charles didn't really get along, and that is really backed up in this book, and I think it explains a lot of why Charles is the way he is today. Like, liking positive feedback and affection and warmth. Basically, it says that the Prince Charles was frequently subdued and withdrawn, serious to the point of solemnity. To friends and relatives, it was also clear that the Duke of Edinburgh found this demeanor irksome. It goes on to say that Philip was quick to rebuke his son, in public no less than in private, for inconsequential errors. He often seemed intent not merely on correcting the prince, but even mocking him as well. Later, it says that one friend says Charles was frightened of him. Pretty sad. Stay tuned for more.
Morning friends, happy Thursday. Let's set the record straight on this one, because the truth is really important in this mad world that we're living in now. Though it's been rumoured for years that Catherine, Princess of Wales, did her own makeup for her wedding. No, stop. It wasn't rumoured. The UK press that set the tone and set the expectations and set the belief of what we're expected to believe and think about the royal family extensively covered the fact that Catherine had done her own makeup for her own wedding. And whilst, okay, it's a small detail, the coverage that she did it herself, it turns out that someone very famous and a famous company did it for her. It's a small difference, right? It's makeup. But the fact is, Catherine had an opportunity to correct that incorrect fact, that lie. Catherine and the royal family had an opportunity to set the record straight, and she didn't. And this is what is frustrating the taxpayers in the UK. The royal family live in this bubble of perfectness and mystique, but when you dig behind the scenes to get to the facts, that perfectness and mystique is actually ugliness and bitterness. And they are unwilling to correct the facts to show us all the people that they really are. If a family and a person can misguide the press about something as simple as makeup, what else is going on behind the scenes? I don't know. Comments are open as ever. Let me know what you think. Have a brilliant day.
Well. I think something is going on. The British press are trying to now tell us the truth. Meghan, Sussex, Prince Harry's fans and the trolls, you know something is up. Like, did Jeremy just admit that William and Kate are the one who started this whole mess by briefing against Harry and Meghan? Like, wow. Seriously, what a shift, right? It's like, are you guys gonna start telling the truth now, or is this just a one-off?
Yeah, I think what happened, I've always thought this, is that when Meghan and Harry got married, it was such a wonderful day for the whole nation. We all kind of fell in love with them. I think that William and Kate started briefing against them. I really do.
William and Kate.
And I think it went out of control. It went out of control.
Meghan.
Yeah,
We're going to talk about Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and the wedding makeup rumor that has been put to rest. To do so, we're going to go back to 2011, a piece of this puzzle that I have not seen anyone talk about. Her wedding planner confirmed that Kate was going to do her own makeup. This was published in People the day before Kate and Will's wedding. According to her wedding planner, Mark Nemerko, Kate was going to do her own wedding makeup after a series of private lessons with London makeup artist Arabella Preston. Quote, she said about 3 or 4 lessons with Kate at her private flat in Chelsea and has also gone very privately to Clarence's house. Arabella was supposed to be coming on the day of as well, but now she isn't because Kate's comfortable and confident in doing it herself. It's a direct quote. He also ties it into a larger story of the protocol of being royal. And that part of it is learning to do your own makeup for engagements and such. I've reached out to Mark's team for comment. Was that the original plan and then for whatever reason something changed? Is this a weird decoy to cover for the fact that she was using a Bobbi Brown makeup artist named Hannah Martin in the UK? I don't know. If I hear back, I will do an update video. Once this rumor was out there was no attempt to correct it. Here's a Daily Mail headline from 2023. How brave bride Kate Middleton got a classic rosy glow for her wedding by doing her own makeup when it came to the big day. This would have been after, obviously, Meghan and Harry's wedding, where Meghan did use a makeup artist. At the time, that was kind of seen as too Hollywood, too glitzy. Catherine, being the down-to-earth girl next door, is very important to her image and the narrative that the media has crafted about her. This opening paragraph from the People magazine article exemplifies this. Quote, most brides would jump at the chance to get a professional makeup job on their wedding day. Great to be pampered. Even better for official photographs. Not Kate Middleton. At the time, I remember thinking, it is insane to do your own makeup for a wedding of this magnitude, because that makeup needs to stay. It needs to hold up under flashing cameras and for TV and the official photos. I mean, we're talking about billions of people watching this. So I don't blame her for maybe backing out of that plan or never really having that plan to begin with. This 14-year rumor was put to rest during a podcast episode where Bobbi Brown was promoting her new memoir, in which she writes that Kate wore Bobbi Brown cosmetics on her wedding day, and one of my makeup artists in England did her makeup. Bobbi Brown admits she's a huge royal fan, and that at the time her company didn't acknowledge that the then Duchess of Cambridge was wearing their products because, quote, no one did that back then. Brown also says that she has a very nice note from one of Kate's people thanking her for the makeup for her big day. Here's how the Daily Mail is covering this. Celebrity makeup artist Bobbi Brown reveals sweet note she received from the Princess of Wales after her wedding. Among one of the bullet points is, Bobbi Brown said Hannah Martin completed Kate's makeup for her big day. She didn't say completed. She said did her makeup. Completed makes it sound like Kate started it and then this makeup artist finished the look. That's not what Bobbi Brown said. Quote, rumor had it at the time that Kate did her makeup on her wedding day in April 2011, impressing millions of fans all over the world when she stepped out at Westminster Abbey with a perfect look that radiated bridal beauty. Clownery. Under the very fair and unbiased eye of the British media, this was merely a rumor. A rumor that neither Kate nor her team ever bothered to correct or give credit to this makeup artist. Apparently, this makeup artist does incredibly well, but what if that had catapulted her into another dimension with people coming for bridal makeup to get the Kate look? But also, if this was Meghan Markle, it would be called a lie. The headline would be, Meghan Markle caught in another lie, because that is the narrative that the media has pushed about who Meghan Markle is. To be clear, I think Kate and Meghan both have complexities. They are not caricatures. To put them on a pedestal and to fully demonize them dehumanizes them either way. This would have been a very easy story to correct at some point. It could have been a Kate did plan to do her own makeup on her wedding day, then last minute decided to bring in Hannah Martin because she was so excited to marry the love of her life that she wasn't sure about steady hands. Who can't relate to wanting to DIY things and then last minute realizing, you know what, maybe we got to bring in a professional. But that these private makeup lessons have served Kate well for when she does her own makeup for blah, 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 blah. This was easy. This was an easy one to correct, and correct in a way that still would have put forth this image of Kate really being this girl next door, down to earth, no fuss kind of woman. Obviously, this is a smaller omission of facts. But then you see things like last year, Kensington Palace put the blame on Kate for fully creating a fake image of her family to show that she was well and good during a time where we were not getting any updates. It made things even worse. That's a bigger lie. It's a bigger lie when news wires have to put a kill notice on a photo. That's like North Korea showing their leader type stuff. We can't be sure if it's real or not. That matters. The problem is the way the royal family is reported on, okay? It's not this Kate versus Meghan thing. It's the double standard. There's a sinister establishment plot to undermine Prince William and Kate and bring back Harry and Meghan. I refuse to be a part of it. And today I'm exposing what's going on. Yes, I'd like to answer things that never happened for 600. Who is the establishment here? Is it the media? Because I got some surprising news for you, buddy. The Sussexes? The monarchy? What this article is a retelling and rehashing of all the ways that Prince Harry has wronged his family and how Prince William and Catherine have taken the never complain, never explain high road. That's bull. This is a very weak attempt to build a case that Harry and Meghan are running a public relations campaign to win back the British public and best William. What's ironic is that this piece exposes the real problem, and that's Kensington Palace's relationship with the media, which is part of a new series that I'm launching, Will's Way: Power, Image, and Secrecy in the Next Reign. This is a culmination of over a year of research, interviews, and putting some pieces together. The media has been pushing a narrative, with encouragement from Kensington Palace, about how the current Prince of Wales embodies both a modern, global statesman and small r royal, while still being traditional enough to satisfy old-school monarchists. It's an impossible standard to live up to. And the issue isn't just the story that's being told, it's what's being left out. It is the lack of transparency surrounding royal finances. It's the complaining and explaining that happens behind closed doors between powerful palace lawyers and the media. It's the family members who have become scapegoats to protect the Waleses. Now more than ever, this is a very important conversation to have. Some people may say, it's just the royal family. They don't have any power. I would disagree. But also, we are watching a real-time capitulation and collusion from traditional media organizations to people in power, from presidents to kings, or kings in waiting. There's never been a more important time to launch this series and have a serious conversation about what a modern monarchy truly looks like and the troubling signs that the media is failing to report on Kensington Palace truthfully. And it's going to take independent journalism to do so, which is why I'm launching this series, but I'm launching it on Substack. Any app that solely depends on algorithm to push content is subject to the people who own the platform. And I don't have a ton of faith if, say, Murdoch has a piece of the pie, that this kind of series would travel far. I'm really excited for the series and everything I have uncovered and am still uncovering. I hope you'll join me for the conversation.
I was really moved the day of the Photoshop fail when the whole world was attacking her. I just thought it was outrageous. This poor woman was clearly ill and was so desperate that she tweaked a photo, minor tweaks, to make it look a little bit better. So that's why I did that front page, and it was really important. It then changed the narrative. A lot of the rest of the media then started saying, back off Kate. So I don't accept what you said earlier. In terms of reporting the fact that they went out to the Windsor farm shop a few days later, they knew that if they went out there in public, mingled with members of the public, they would be seen and potentially photographed, because everyone's got a camera phone now, and that's how it happened. It wasn't a photographer, it was a camera phone. And of course I was in discussions with the palace all along with that, and there was no problem with us running those images, and it kind of felt that the nation was desperate to see her.
Let's talk about the other big story. Also,
Meghan leans into Harry, and I believe that she's saying, take advantage of the situation. And then she pauses and just looks around and turns back to Harry, and he responds back to her. Today, he questions what she's asking, and Harry responds, sweet, which I've never heard anybody say sweet at the end of a conversation, but according to what I can lip read, I can't think of any other word that he would say other than sweet. And Meghan's now directing the conversation in a way that she appears to be instructing him. She says to him, do it tonight. She looks away as if she's visualising a scenario unfolding, perhaps, and she's processing what she's just said. Harry leans into Meghan, and I believe at this point he's saying to her, you do realise that this is the end? And Meghan responds, yes, I know.
When the media, YouTube creators, content creators, tell your story for you and they don't even know you, you tell them to tell the truth.
My jaw dropped when you talked about the royal wedding. The royal wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton, April 2011. We knew that she used Bobbi Brown products.
I did not do her makeup. I wish I did. It was one of my artists, Hannah Martin, who's become quite a sensation in the UK.
Yes, but at the time in the press, we were led to believe that she had done her own makeup. Right. So I feel like this was a reveal in your book, a confirmation. Yeah.
So no, Hannah did her makeup. Hannah did give me some information that I should set my alarm and watch. We were texting back and forth, and she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Were you allowed to credit?
We didn't, as a company, use it. No one did that back then. No, it wasn't the right thing to do. I did get a note, though, that I guess I have hanging now in my office, not from Kate, but from her person that wrote her letters saying how much she appreciated the makeup.
And many people have seen Prince Charles bursting into tears at the lunch table with his father chivying him about something, being angry with him. And this is as a grown man, and also was...
Hello my people, Lady Rosie here, how y'all doing? All my new subscribers, you're welcome, and my returning subscribers, y'all know I love you. Did y'all hear what happened? I heard the government got shut down, so I don't know what's really going on, but it is what it is. God bless America. So y'all know what to do in November. Y'all need to get out there and do the work. Where if you just the 92%ers, you want us to still sit around and still hang around and just look cute, just let me know. I kind of saved some money. Yeah, I saved some money to go buy me some stuff. Yeah, nowadays I order all those stuff online. I order me some kind of nice looking hats. I order me some kind of nice looking boots and all those. Maybe we need to start going back to dancing. You know those back in the day when we used to be in college. Yeah, you get yourself some good looking boots and all those and just go dance. I guess that's what we're gonna start doing. Just do that. I tell you, we don't know what to do with these governments anymore. We don't know how to do with the white supremacists anymore. They call themselves a Christian nationalist. Oh God, please leave Jesus out of this one. And this our white sister said we need to read Jesus. We don't need that white unseasoned Jesus. We need to read Jesus seasoned with the spice from the South. That's the kind of Jesus we want. And guys, how y'all guys doing, Success Squad? How is our queen, the Duchess of Success, doing out there? I haven't been following the news for these 2 days because I was a little bit too busy. I went and got those flu shot at work. So them flu shot kind of made me a little bit sick. So, but I'm back. I'm gonna go look at everybody, and the video that I'm gonna be posting on this one here is gonna be the video that I'm gonna watch after I made this video, because y'all know I gotta pop something out there for y'all guys. But you know, what's shaking with bullying with Mick Mambos? What are these two doing? We haven't seen them out here, isn't it? But because guess what? They haven't seen Prince Harry out. They haven't seen the queen, the future queen of England. Her Royal Highness Duchess of Sussex out. So therefore, you ain't gonna see them out here. Yo, well, wait a second. I heard heard this gossip here. You know that Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex's friend, that one with the makeup line. So there were kind of lies about Mambo's doing her wedding makeup by herself. So we found out she did not do nothing by herself. She can't do anything by herself. That kid can't even wash her that thing there by herself. Y'all know my mouth be slippery on me. You know, I need to stop it. I need to stop because, you know, y'all please go subscribe to the Notorious JTB TikTok, and also go to Notorious JTB's YouTube out here. I love you, Sexy Squad. Let me focus on the road. This road actually looks so bad out here. Yeah, the road actually looks so bad out here. So let me focus, and I'll talk to y'all guys again later. I love you, Sexy Squad. Bye for now.